December 2020. It all began with a simple mission: to spread the word about DYXVV's global edition to the world via Twitter, X. We deeply explored the inner depths of what makes DYXVV so great by going through its Japanese counterpart. And along the way, we formed a community that has been with us through thick and thin. Yes, there have been ups and downs when it comes to building a community, but one thing is for certain. As long as we always unite with one goal of preserving the hype, we can always make things work the way we want them to work. Everything has changed since we first took off. There are still multitudes of changes that we still need to focus on. But this is still the beginning of our long-term mission. With Mama Nyo to represent our collective, we can make preserving and transforming Dead or Alive a reality.
I lost control when I saw you, so good looking and I like it. You take my breath away, baby, never stop because I like it. I told my friends that you mean so much to me, more than just friends. Oh, it's what we're meant to be. Take me to all of the places that put smiles on our faces. Some haters without basis, ignore them in such cases. It's gonna be alright if the sky's falling down. Oh, it's gonna be okay as long as you're around. Can you feel how my heart is beating? Cause you give my life meaning. We can fly there and no ceiling. Let's get started, no cheating. It's gonna be alright if we're alone in this town. Oh, it's gonna be okay as long as you're around. There's no rush cause we know. Easy come, easy go. Easy go, baby. Just like maraschino. Your love slowly got me going from tipsy to drunk. I lost control when I saw you, so good looking and I like it. You take my breath away, baby, never stop because I like it. I told my friends that you mean so much to me, more than just friends. Oh, it's what we're meant to be. I like the way my body fits in your hands. Gonna dance so hard that I lose my headband. It's gonna be alright if a storm is inbound. Oh, it's gonna be okay as long as you're around. There's no rush cause we know. Easy come, easy go. Easy go, baby. Just like maraschino. Your love slowly got me going from.
Welcome to the 4th Inception Anniversary of #MamaNyo, also known as Nyotengu's 4th Ethereal Prism. Representing TBMSOC's Soul Dead or Alive collective, my name is Mother Agatha, the First Maria, the General Manager. It has been quite indeed a momentous feat as we continue to celebrate our anniversaries together. And now that it has reached its 4th year, this is only beginning to take shape. But before we begin talking about what have we done since the last year's keynote, let's have a look at the logo that encompasses our 4th year as a Dead or Alive collective. It has the same look as DYXVV's Prism, but it also has main, sub, and sub dos, the first 3 that yours truly personally picked since her first playthrough. Misaki, or Retsaline as we call her, joins the Venus 5, with Elise as part of the logo the following year. The logo itself follows the same framework as Prism's, which signifies the essence of what makes Venus Vacation the series we've all come to love today. Misaki at front and center, with the first trio by their respective Prisms. The palette follows the same form factor as the brand's since its inception, with Misaki's to signify her continuous presence across Venus Vacation. And the visual? Who could ever forget? The visual that symbolizes her new era of redefining hearts to the players who are eager to return to the infamous Venus Island. Now that with that out of the way, let's have the following updates PR-wise since the last year's keynote. Starting from the First Maria's first stint as a cosplayer, representing as her own VTuber, #MamaNyo began reporting events related to TBMSOC and the VTuber collective, V3 Marias. Our social and web manager, Emmanuel Lutiga, shared his warmest gratitude to Square Enix and Pokélabo Astralis as the series draws to a close with the Japanese edition. Yours truly conducted the ceremony, which saw its inevitable end on 15 January at 12 p.m. JST, 2 p.m. VIT. More on that later. Alongside that, we have managed to participate in the true end of Sinalice following its farewell stream last 24 January. The software manager checked in on the stream while the general manager conducted a simulcast on Twitch. The day after, Yukino officially arrived on the Global Edition, 11 months and 4 days after she was formally inducted as the 28th overall Venus through Japanese edition. On 27 February, a full year and 6 days after Yukino's formal inception, Twitch Korea was shut down following the Korean government's ISB guidelines. The squad has undergone a slight change of purple over a black background to reflect our solidarity. In another unexpected turn, integrating VTubers and DOAXPV, Cadence 9 of the Jungle Tavern takes a crack at the game. He was somehow represented as fellow colleague Regina Red, due to a model swap. DOAXPV Global celebrated its 5th year on 4 April, along with new events to go alongside it. The general manager sent her utmost regards to the staff following the 5th anniversary with a press release posted last 19 April. Another inside story has been completed as part of Helena's series as of 20 May. Empty. Following on the routine PR reports, the squad reported that one of the games has ended service. Raburaibu SIF2 shut down on 31 May at 4 p.m. VIT. We reported on it 2 days later. We unveiled the first look of the new layout of our website on 3 June, indicating our continuous effort in defining the existing web language. We'll discuss more about this new design language later. Luna has been conveying her feelings indirectly that she wanted to make it a reality. Her True Color series began last 12 June. Shortly after, on 27 June, Reka was introduced to DOAXPV. Following Shizuku, she's the 30th overall Venus and the second Venus to be debuted simultaneously across Japanese and global, the first being Tina. Consequently, we also reported on their associated seiyus voicing other characters in their field. For instance, Kondo Rena, who voices Reka, is also Shifuna from Ridaibu. Yomiya Hina, Shizuku, is Tomori from Bandori. Uchida Maya, Nexa, is Maho from Ridaibu and Gretel from Sinalice. And Sashide Maria Chikose is also Emma Verde from Raburaibu, to name just a few. We also reported on the CrowdStrike situation that had put organizations around the world to a standstill last 19 July. Coco's the next Venus to convey her true feelings. Her True Color series began last 25 July for Japanese edition. We're still in the middle of the web redesign that by 14 August, we stopped updating our maintenance tracker and resorted to posting X for the time being. A full-scale hold was put into effect a day later, leaving the current web instance as is, as we refocus on the rebuild. DOAXPV Japanese is on a roll as they formally introduced Meg, the 31st overall Venus, on 27 August. 12 days later, on 8 September, Shizuku formally debuted on Global. Then on 27 September, Venus Vacation emerged from a DOAX spin-off to its own full-fledged series with the inaugural launch of Venus Vacation Prism, the second in the Venus Vacation universe. It was announced during Koei Tecmo's Tokyo Game Show with a projected release of 6 March 2025. The so-called Prism 6, consisting of Misaki, Fiona, Elise, Tamaki, Honoka, and Nanami, were individually introduced leading up to its first official trailer released last 1 November. The release workflow will also follow the same as DOAXPV, with more language options available only on the Global Edition. As part of the design changes, the #Mamino Squad brand was given a slight makeover. Sure, the lines may be thinner than what they used to be, but they still captured the essence that made the squad great. We began its soft implementation in later PVs and announcements. On 20 October, we teased a new animation that signifies the Prism's presence in the squad. You'll be seeing what it'll look like with the new version of the brand logo later throughout the keynote. Incorporating Prism's essence to our brand operations moving forward, we celebrated with DOAXVV Japanese for the 7th anniversary, dubbed the 7th Prism. The general manager has also sent a video message in commemoration of the event. Hashtag Mamanyo19 soon followed, along with the birthday outfit series refresh and the incorporation of a new time zone format. We'll discuss what this means for our operations later. This also means that Volume 4 of DOAXVV was also revealed that day as part of the 7th Prism. Now that we're done with the highlights after the 3rd keynote, let's discuss the major facelifts applied to our brand, our design, and our operations. Alongside the typeface facelift, we also experimented with the N branding across other design elements as we anticipate Prism's official release. Currently, our current logo looks like this. The N is still front and center, with Mamanyo slightly moved to the left to fit the main prism. But don't worry, while the design element behind it has changed, Mamanyo and the N isn't. The latter still maintaining its old look, which you can still find on the website and in our other socials. We're also unveiling the freshest new look of our website. This encompasses 3 things that we have considered while working on its design language: simple, universal, and PWA friendly. In order to make it happen, however, we have to make a lot of changes. The navigational elements in the website header had to be simplified to allow more room to display the elements behind it. In addition, we also need to position them in a way that they go along with the logo, the latter on the left, with the former on the right. Most of the icons we use are powered by Google Icons, making icons more streamlined and simple. Graphics had to be redone in order to fit the new layout, which took a lot of R&D effort. Thanks to some CSS implementations, we're able to at least dynamically display these graphics to our audience. In addition, we also had to sacrifice some of our design elements to maintain our simplistic look, as during the previous incarnation of the website, they had caused some visual issues, especially for those who browse the website on mobile. The footer has also been given a more simplistic, yet somewhat verbose look. Alongside the social links converted to icons, it introduces 2 things for the first time: a clock and a version number. Let's have a look at what those mean. The version number is among the first that we've done during R&D, where site visitors can take note to see what changes had been made on a visual basis. It follows 3 frameworks: a date in format YYYYMMDD, which denoted the date the design language was first implemented; a major version in format XX, comments that had significant changes, such as additions to our elements or visual redesigns, to name a few; a minor version in format YY, comments that had some minor changes, such as updates related to maintenance. For developers, the semantic versioning means these things will be implemented. The date format does not change between comments as it follows the design language it first introduced. When it does, it will reset preceding versions to 0. Major version changes that will be applied moving forward will reset minor versions to 0. There's no rule when they go above 99. Minor versions have a rule that when they go above 99, it will reset back to 0, with the major version incrementing once. Date format version follows the branch name of the date of the design language was initially committed, which you can check in our preview channel, Magnasquad-preview on GitHub. Next, the built-in clock. You can visually refer to it while checking the footer, but notice that the time zone is at UTC plus 11, also known as VIT. We'll get to that in a bit, but we had undergone a lot of work in order to get this clock system going in our set time zone. For developers, you can check the full implementation of it and how it goes against your local time zone by accessing _main.js in our website directory and /assets/js. The quickest way to check out the framework is through our GitHub. It should be noted that these design languages have also been inherited in other websites maintained by either the general manager or DBMSoft. The most notable is the header portion, which it has appeared on both her website and the upcoming rebuild of the V2B collective, V3 Marias. You can expect more inheritances from this design language to propagate across other websites in the coming months. Let's then focus our shift to the clock. Right before hashtag Bomber 19 2024, we have been using UTC for our operations as we are trying to sync with globals for their press releases. It was first implemented before the end of 2020, dubbed as the Venus Valentine. But starting this year, to commemorate Nyotengu's birthday, we are now switching to a new time zone, dubbed the new Venus Valentine. It's UTC plus 11, which is 2 hours ahead of Japan. The main reason for this new time zone change is due to the assumed geographical disposition as we learn more about the Venus Island through our friends at DOA Universe. This will also aid in our non-reliance to daylight savings as the time zone, according to time.is, does not have one, as it should. What will this new change mean? That it means a more streamlined operation in what we do and how we deliver to our audience. With a new addition to our graphics arsenal, Adobe Photoshop CS6, we have been slowly migrating our featured graphics to that tool. Don't worry, for those who are still thinking of PowerPoint, we're still going to use that for quick graphics, consolidations, and animations like normal. What would this mean is that our future graphics will look different with different filters and mixing methods to choose from. For the first time since the big migration to open source last 18 April 2022, our maintenance announcement graphics are given a new look. Capturing both DOAXVV and Prism, the aim for new graphics is to be as simple and direct as they can be. You can expect the new graphics to arrive on the next maintenance routines of Japanese and or global during or after the keynote. And finally, we're giving a warm welcome to the newest font family, Friroka. We have been experimenting on the font since Prism's initial unveil, and the general manager has been integrating it on her DOAXVV playthrough since the first official trailer. You can expect the font to appear more frequently, although we're still keeping Poppins as the primary font family. Now with all the framework changes out of the way, let's take a look at what to expect this 2025. With the full rebuild of the main website mostly done, we will begin rebuilding the publishing as an all-in-one hub to view our inside stories. In addition, we will begin the integration of our main story as we resume its development. It will be PWA friendly, meaning it will work across platforms as long as you have a compatible browser. The Android app will be issuing its final development as version 1.0-release, allowing a notification that all development going forward will be focused on the web. We will also anticipate the official release of Venus Vacation Prism, with yours truly giving us the first taste of what it will be like on the very first playthrough. We will also be showcasing PVs related to Prism and Tina's, as she's also celebrating her birthday today. For more information about upcoming events related to DOAXVV, you can check out the websites of the respective editions. For Japanese edition, dox-venusvacation.jp/lp.html. For global edition, game.doaxvv.com/en/lp.html. And that wraps up the 4th annual keynote titled Nyotengu's 4th Ethereal Prism. Special thanks goes to all of DOAXVV development staff from both editions that continuously provide meaningful outcomes that will make us more curious about the island as a whole. We're also giving our special thanks to those people who made this collective even more amazing. G.Mgr, the home of the Dead or Alive collective. Vitas Marias and Cosplay no Maria, our pride and joy. Emmanuel Latiga, social web manager, has been with us through thick and thin. Yasunori Sakuta and Ishikawa-kun, two of the most notable people who made DOAXVV possible. The icons, Sato Akimi and Koyama Yuka, two of the greatest seiyus voicing the legendary main and sub. And you for supporting the hype since our inception. Thank you so much for tuning into this wonderful event, and although we'll be back with another keynote next year, we'll always keep in touch through X and YouTube at @MamNews1, with expansion to more socials on the horizon. This has been Mother Agatha, the First Maria, the General Manager of the squad, and we'll see you in a not too distant future. Itterashai!
そうだ、オーナー。実はね、次のお休みの日なんだけど。
き合ってほしくて。ダメ？
Got my heart stolen by ya, obviously fallen for ya. My life's fine, loving for ya. Oh, jump into my arms, boy. My heart is stolen, my heart is stolen, my heart is stolen, they're stolen by ya. Jump into my arms, boy. My heart is stolen, my heart is stolen, my heart is stolen, they're stolen by ya. Jump into my arms, boy. Got my heart stolen by ya, obviously fallen.
では、失礼します。美味しいですか？ではもう一口。今度はこのミント味のところを。
はじめまして。私はエリーゼ。直接は初めてお目にかかります。これからは直接指導を行います。よろしく。
へえ、オーナーくん、意外と積極的なんだ。そういうの、嫌いじゃないわ。じゃあ、二人っきりで、楽しみましょう。
美咲ちゃんも甘いの控えなきゃって言ってたし、私も真似しなきゃ。あ、私ばっかり喋っちゃってますね。そうだ。今度はオーナーさんのこと教えてくださ
い。やっぱり、オーナーは写真、好きなんだね。見てればわかるよ。なんていうか、楽しそうだし。私、オーナーのこと、なんか気になるかも。
ねえ、オーナー、知ってる？七色の光に目立った二人は、ずっと。
せっかくだから、オーナーのことをもっと教えてよ。ね、いいでしょ？ずっとお慕いしておりました。オーナー様。
オーナーさん、この島、本当に素敵な島ですね。
これからは直接指導を行います。よろしく。
じゃあ、二人っきりで楽しみましょう。
ちょっとくらいなら、いいかな。
この後、どうしよっか。甘えちゃおっかな。
こういう撮影って初めてで、これでいいですか？
ちょっと楽しいかも。
流星群、一緒に見に行こう。ね、オーナーさん。
お待たせ。私の誕生日パーティー、ゴージャスにお願いね。いい気持ち。今日は絶対素敵な一日になるわよ。エスコートお願いね。どう？似合ってると思わない？早く行きましょう。長い夜をいっぱい楽しまないと。もうあんまり待たせないで。スターの本気見せてあげるわ。どう？私の本気。これでどう？目が離せないでしょ？オーナーにだけ 特別よ。呼んだかしら。スターの登場よ。今日は2人だけで誕生日を楽しみたいわ。期待してもいい？強い日差しが気持ちいい。思いっきり楽しんで最高の思い出にしましょう。私の魅力たっぷり見せてあげるわ。もしかして緊張してる？どう？私の本気、私の輝きをその目に焼き付けるのよ。
I know you can. Can you listen? Microphone one check. Can you hear me? I feel the vibe. You can keep it. I know you hear that. I gotta use it. You know I love you. I want you. I love you screaming. I just wanna tell you.